madman?
Yes, indeed, just
Globbing that shit on.
Ew.
Nasty ass shit.
Yes, indeed.
Hello and welcome back, my little darlings, and welcome to another beauty video here on my channel. Yes, indeed, and if you are new here, welcome to you, of course. I am
disgusting.
Today, I look like something from the Black Lagoon has crawled into my bed and just took a poo on my head. Yes, indeed. And that is what this video is all about. You know, how to look naturally flawless and, you know, not makeupy while covering up every insecurity you have. So this is essentially I get ready with me, and this is my normal makeup routine when I'm not, you know, gonna do full glam and that sort of stuff. Yes, indeed. So, before we jump into this little quick get ready with me, I will just encourage you to press that like, subscribe and notification icon down below with all notifications turned on so you can become a part of the DarlingSquad and the Digazmo family as well. Yes. So, when I
wake up in the morning,
I look like this. My hair is on edge, you know, it's just ew.
Nasty ass shit.
So, the first thing I do when I, you know, gonna do my makeup for the day, I take a microfiber cloth, a clean one of course, and I am wetting it with a preferred, you know, micellar water. Today I felt like I needed some extra hydration, so I chose to use this Hydro Expert by CN. Yes, indeed, and this is, you know, filled with hyaluronic acid and that sort of nice stuff. And I just wipe my face with that, you know, because the microfibers are gently abrasive and, you know, declogging the pores and that sort of stuff, you know, and if you are a little bit flaky, you know, it will take that away without, you know, destroying the outer layer of your skin. Yes, indeed. Just firmly but still gentle, just wipe my face with that, you know. And if I have some extra dry spots, I will gently in circular motions rub that area. Yes, indeed.
Now
the face is clean and it feels, you know, much better than it did before, you know. I do believe it's really good, you know, to actually clean your face properly before putting on makeup, because you will get a smoother, more even, more natural, more invisible makeup application if you do that. Yes, indeed. Now it's time for primer, and I am a sucker for moisturizers as primers. And today I feel like I need some extra, you know, hydration and long-lasting anti-wrinkle action and that sort of stuff. So I will use this Q10 cream from CN. Yes, indeed, it's almost empty. It's really good, you know. And I will just take that on a big flat foundation brush, and I will take a little amount, just a teensy tiny bit, and I will just apply that all over my face, you know, just spreading it around like I'm a
madman.
Yes, indeed, just
globbing that shit on.
And while we are at it, we are gonna use a eye cream. Yes, indeed, this is from CN. This is new. This is eye cream with almond oil, and it reduces the signs of dry wrinkles. And I do have a lot of dry wrinkles because I am a dry little boy. So I will just take some of that around the eye, and I will, you know, use that same brush, and I will just pat it and spread it around my eye, you know, like this.
Yes, indeed.
Now that is on, and it will just settle down into the skin for a little moment before we are gonna apply foundation. But while it dries down, I will show you what foundation and concealer I will use today, so that is out of the way. For foundation and concealer today, I will actually use this W7 high definition 12-hour wear foundation. It's really light coverage, you know, it's really smooth, it's really liquidy, and you just give that flawless but still, you know, your skin but better feel, you know. And then I will use the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Erasing Concealer. Yes, indeed, because that is also really lightweight, kinda crease proof and that sort of stuff, you know, so it's really nice. And I will apply it with a beauty sponge, and I will just go and wet this real quickly with hot water, because cold water feels so disgusting on my face.
Yes, indeed.
Hello and welcome back. Now we're gonna apply this foundation, because everything has settled down into my face. Yes, indeed. And I look real hideous, so let's just get this over with, shall we? And I will just take 2 pumps on the tip of the beauty blender like that, and I will just stamp that on my face, you know, where I need
that coverage.
And you know, and then I will buff it out with a big round ass side of the beauty sponge I am currently using. I don't know the brand, but it's really, really good. And you know, I usually use this much coverage, you know, this much product when I'm just going out and about, because I just really want to make my skin just look really healthy, but still, you know, make my own skin peek through underneath, you know, so it doesn't look like a goddamn flat ghost, you know. Because I don't mind, you know, looking like I am sick, you know, but I don't want to look like I am dying, you know, because that is what I'm looking like every day. And this foundation is really light in coverage, you know, and it's not exactly my match, but it's better than any other foundation I own. Now we're just gonna dot some concealer just around the eye. Yes, indeed, like that, because that is, you know, making the face kinda crease proof, you know, or, you know, the places where I usually crease the most, and that is, you know, nice not to crease like a little motherfucker. Yes, indeed. That is on. Now we're gonna move into some loose powders, and I'm not gonna bake. I'm just gonna take this Revolution baking powder in the color Lace, put it on a, you know, a platter or anything you have in hand that, you know, are flat, that can be used to, you know, to measure up the product. And then I will just take this big fat fluffy brush and I will just dunk that into that powder, tapping the excess off, of course, and then I will just pat this all over my face like I am a crazy person. You know, just getting it everywhere and nowhere. And this powder is also really high coverage, so it will actually add to that coverage if you need it, you know. So you don't need to be really heavy with the base products, you know. You can just rely on this powder just making you look
Beautiful. Yes, indeed.
Now that powder is on and the face is set, you know, and I am starting to look kinda flat and
Smooth. Yes, indeed.
so now I will move in and contour just a teensy tiny bit, because I don't want that really snatched look today. And for that I am using just a regular face powder that is in a little darker color than my own skin. This is from CN, it's called Compact Powder just, and it's in the color medium. And I will just take a a angled brush, and I will just stamp that where I want my shadows, you know.
Ooh.
Just really lightly contour that face, you know. And I'm just stamping and buffing that onto the skin, you know, without dragging, disturbing the base that much. Yes, and that is what I do essentially. And now for my nose, and I just take that same brush and I will just scrunch it up a little bit, just, you know, making my crooked nose even more crooked than it were before. Yes, indeed. Now contour is on my face. And now I will try to contour my eye sockets just a little bit. So I will take a blender brush and I will dunk that into that same contour shade I used for my face, and I will just plop this right in my crease and on my, you know, my brow bone. So I just get that little shadow back into my eye that I lost. Yes, indeed. Not as dead anymore, am I? Now, you can of course stop here, but I want some extra, you know, glowy, so I will just use a highlighter. This is from Technique, it's their Get Gorgeous highlighter, and I will just gently highlight my face, just a teensy tiny bit, you know, like that. Almost no products on today. And now it's time for brows, but I don't want to fill them in, so I will just take a spoolie and I will just brush them through to get that foundation out of them, you know. And if I do have some big bold patches in my brows, I will of course, you know, fill those in, but other than that I'm not doing anything with my brows on the daily basis. I just try to fix my complexion. Yes, indeed. And for makeup, that is actually all. So now let's set this face with some hyaluronic acid setting spray from Revolution, because I love that so much I can die. Woo! And now it's time for my hair. And my hair looks really disturbing today, so I will just go in and use some argan oil, and so it gets that moisture back, you know. And I will just drag that through my hair, you know. like this, and you know, my camera died, so now I'm just finishing this up with my cell phone camera because it's not much left. And then I just brush it through, and then I will just put my beanie on because I don't feel like actually doing something with my hair today. And that is, you know, essentially what I do every day. I'm gonna feel a little bit more fancy and that sort of stuff, you know. And it just looks horrendous, my hair today, so I will just, you know, drag it back like this and then put the hat on, and then I'm done and out of the door, you know. So this really quick little video, you know, how I usually do my day-to-day makeup and how I try to fix my hair, but it never looks good because it's so damaged I can die. So I hope you enjoyed this little quick get ready with me, you know. It were, you know, more of a quick tutorial, but you know, that is what we want. We want it to be really quick, look really good, and you know, not be too, you know, fussy-bussy about it. Yes, indeed. So, thank you so much for watching, my darlings, and I hope you want to press that like, subscribe, and notification icon down below so you can become a part of the DarlingSquad and the Digazmo family as well. And never forget to be who you are, since nobody else can. And I see you in the next one. Bye!